Too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Ooh. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the Jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my Jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash when the money fall. I'ma slap that.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one, between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Get set, 19, 44, watch the curl, check three, hands up.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Aqib Talib, there to stop him.
Second and 10.
So they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that's knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line.
Let's go.
12-yard line.
Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Butt formation, come on, boys, come on.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Where's the tap? 19, check 24. Coming to you. Check 24.
After the interception, here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now Foles. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down. Here's Foles. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Whitney merciless, able to record his 5th sack of the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Ross on the return. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
56.
3rd and long, it's Watson. And a catch made by Hopkins. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 19-yard line.
Hey, we are.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Foles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DJ Reader able to record his 5th sack of the season. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. Foles. That would complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. On play action, they'll throw. Now a hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out, and the Texans scoop it. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
Set. 19. 24. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Watson. And his throw is incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now it's Watson. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use him a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this is not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Catch made. That's the rookie tight end, Josh Oliver. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's got his tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To try again after the sack. Foles. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, box top.
They'll set up to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. To throw is Watson. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
56. Mike's 56. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Out of the gun, Watson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. D.D. Westbrook is intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Deferring to Armstead on the draw. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. Foles now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Foles. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is now 14-10. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on a scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
He's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. 44 to Mike. So we got man. 4-4 to Mike.
From the 50, it's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans have retaken the lead. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
Here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Go, go, go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get...
A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. Raquel Armstead, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on second down. Watson. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defense.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Josh Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. He's going to fire one deep. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 32 that time. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Going deep downfield for Ross. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. Throwing again. He's got Fuller. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 35. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
From the gun on third, Watson. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 12-yard line. On first down, Watson. Flush to his right. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A quick throw complete to Chark. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is up to 18 now. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Who's that?
Watson, off play action, rolling to his right. He's letting this one go for, and that's caught inside the 30. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 78 yards. And the Texans get a bit closer. Deshaun Watson, he's a lot of fun to watch in the pocket, but when he's forced out of the pocket like that, he can make those big plays downfield.
Almost a bad thing when you're pass rushing and you force a Deshaun Watson out of the pocket. He creates extra time. He has the poise to keep his eyes downfield and locate receivers, and it turns into a little bit of a scramble drill for the defensive backs. Where is everyone? And Deshaun Watson finds his target for a big, big play.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
$55.
They'll stay with the run and Armstead. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Now Foles. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, 72 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. Touchdown, Houston. John Ross. 77 yards. And the Texans cut into that lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Here's Foles. And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it, but you know every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction. And that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. On 1st down, it's Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. This is caught at the 20. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will get them one closer. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try to move forward.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now here's Ross. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it?
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 36. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll give it back to Armstead. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike's Bobo. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
On third down, Miller. Miller with first down and more. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeout.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their...
Lamar Miller. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. 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 I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. Might be seeing that one on the highlight show. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So they're unable to stretch it to a 3-point lead. Now you got to be careful on the kickoff because a field goal obviously beats you.
Definitely, and that's why they went for 2. They wanted to make sure a field goal wouldn't beat them. Now they're in a position where they've got to cover well and make sure they don't get in the range and put one through the posts.
Come on, man. Let's go.
Take over first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Set. 19. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come out.
A first down carry now for Miller. The corner, Perry Nickerson, had the tackle. Now they burn the timeout, and they're kind of in that gray area where they might be able to get 2 plays in, but maybe just 1 play left in this ball game. We'll see. Again, it's Miller. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Kaimi Fairbairn. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Kaimi Fairbairn. This from 55 yards out. It has the distance, and it is good from 55 yards out. And the Texans are going to win the football game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Houston, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm